Hello, hello.
Hey guys,
Hey.
You hear me?
Yeah.
Indeed.
Okay, give me a minute. I'll get the camera. You guys go ahead. You're live.
All right. Well, we're live. Hey, people.
Great. What? Let's see. What channel is this on?
Yeah, I think is this on his
guys?
Is this on your channel?
Nah, this is a new. Hey, let me just. Where the heck did my camera go?
The Clubhouse channel.
This is Ham. This is Ham. Welcome inside the Ham Radio Clubhouse, man. We gotta initiate you guys.
Hang.
Oh.
I feel like
That's
feel like I'm
real
gonna get
easy.
hazed here.
No. If you remember the Little you guys ever watched the Little Rascals?
Yeah.
Who's old like me?
I'm feeling especially old right now.
Well, my wife and I did a whole bunch of yard work here tonight, and actually she did the bulk of the trick. I got a good woman, man. That woman, she was operating that Black & Decker like it was nothing, but we're a little sore right now. So good evening, everybody who's popping in here. Hey, there he is. There's Molson.
I'm gonna go close this door real quick.
Yep.
Do you hear me okay?
You're loud and clear, brother.
Wow,
Thank you for running.
Talk about running.
Thanks for running. Right. Hey, I'm gonna throw a quick text out there on the Twitter.
Yeah, so Kyle is having some computer issues for his trivia stuff, I'm reckoning. So
Yeah.
We got an echo there.
have I got the echo? Who's got the echo?
I don't know. I think it was you. I believe it was you.
You're sounding pretty good now, though. So I think we're set.
I was talking in double speak. That's why.
It's a bummer to miss out on the trivia, but I think it's worth noting just how much shenanigans Kyle puts into making that work. It's really impressive.
Kyle
what he does.
He's so dedicated, and this is probably, I think, maybe his 10th. I think because I mean, he honored me by saying, "Come on board, we'll do this." He started. We actually discussed a different game, and it was just too hard logistically to put it on YouTube. That he had this great idea of trivia. He said, "I got this thing called Cahoots. We're going to make it work," and he did. Kyle is God when it came to this whole trivia thing.
Cahoots, pretty awesome.
Yeah. So, Joe B, thank you for running, man.
Brett Joe,
what's up, guys?
I didn't know if you were going to go chasing DX or chasing us, but I wanted to see that on camera. I wanted to see you run.
Yeah. Well, I had the stream pulled up on my TV in the living room, and I'm kicked back with a blanket, and I'm ready for Cahoots in my phone. And I'm like, what's going on here? And so I finally pulled the stream up on my phone, and I seen the chat. For some reason, the chat wasn't coming up on the TV. But
yeah, hey guys, I'll be right back. I got someone knocking on the door there. I'll be right back.
They're not that important.
I just cleaned my shack because I got my FT950 in the mail today. I hooked it up, made some contacts, and everything was everywhere. And then I cleaned it up, except for you see over there's a pair of socks, and so it's perfect timing. So I'm good with streaming tonight. So although I have people coming over with a coffee, so I might have to bug out for a little bit.
No worries.
But I'm sure you guys are good. You got this taken care of. But yeah, welcome to everybody who is joining in the chat. And I'm really happy. I've been looking for an FT950 for, I don't know, a month and a half. And every time it came up, it was overpriced or sold right away because it's one of those ones that people want. And I got my hands on it. And finally, it took 2 days to ship here. But actually, it should have taken 1 day. But it ended up being 2. You know how it is with the FedEx and Purelator and UPS. Those guys are like, it's out for delivery. And then all of a sudden, we've rescheduled your delivery. So I was happy it came in today, right before the long weekend. So
there you go. So I'm not real familiar with that one, the FT950.
Yeah.
I just know it's a Yaesu, and that's all I need to know.
Yeah.
I'm happy. You can have that.
Oh, I guess you're not a fan. I think this is the predecessor to the FTDX. I forget which one it is. It's the predecessor to one of the FTDX.
Okay.
So, whatever it is.
Yeah. What drew you to this one? What are the kind of key features about it?
I don't know. I think I started this this progress of going through. So I bought the FT920, and then and it's kind of cool because I was talking with some of the guys the other night, and there's something about going from now I could go buy a new rig, but there's the progress of technology that I'm really enjoying. You know, the features. I've already noticed major differences in the features between the 950 and the 920, and I like it. And then I'm also a collector, so my wife doesn't like that, but I like to collect things. So I have the 920 still hooked up to another antenna. The 950's here, and I'm just enjoying it, enjoying the features that I didn't have on the 920. And it's only been a couple of hours, but I see the difference. And yeah, that's it. And also, it's got a good reputation. So it was a combination of things. And yeah, and we also know that hams like to spend money on radio. So I also ordered today. I can't tell you what I ordered. It's going to be a secret. I ordered some more stuff. So
nice. What kind of stuff?
Wait, hold on. We're in the clubhouse. There are no secrets and there is no, that's the bro code. So we're not going to tell your wife. Don't worry about it.
You know she don't watch.
No, it's not to keep it from my wife. It's
It's
to keep it from you guys.
Well,
and then I'll pounce. Yeah. Yeah. It's going to stay locked up.
Don't tick a lock on us.
Sorry, buddy.
All right. So, okay. All right. So is it ham radio related?
Absolutely.
Okay. Is it antenna or feed line related?
No.
It's an amplifier, I bet.
No.
Because wait.
But that is in the pipelines, but I don't really need it.
So your license, your Canadian license, what's your legal limit right now? What can you do?
I think it's five something.
500 watts?
Yeah, just over 500 watts on a single sideband.
All right,
so then the next class it goes up to 22 something single sideband. So
who's
Are those?
that's me. My kids are upstairs making noise. Usually when we stream, I kick them out of the house. I reset the router. I say everybody off the internet, kick them out of the house. They go for a walk. Tonight it was like, oh crap. Well, it is what it is.
It's Friday night. So. Mr. Good Game, I haven't seen you in a dog's age. I miss you, brother.
Bro,
I know you've been
busy. And then, of course, today I texted you the reason I was running late. I don't know if you saw that yet or not, but Izzo. But I need the brouhaha tonight. It just got back from a wreck, so.
Been there, done that, man. And we know what that's like.
Yep.
You know, the pager goes off, and it's like
not everybody made it from this one. So.
Oh boy, I'm sorry to hear that. Yep. We've had a few of those lately up in my other place, and it's tough. It's tough sometimes, but
I agree, Andy. His shack's too tidy. No way.
Says the guy with the green screen.
Well, yeah,
Can't
I have
tell nothing. See,
all my wife's crafting stuff is back there. If I don't have a green screen, you're going to think I'm into all that Cricut vinyl cutting stuff or something.
Listen, I get a lot of hate on this channel. Like I'm the brunt of all, or whatever you call it, of all jokes. So it's all good.
You are not the pin cushion. You're not the voodoo doll. It's one big lovable. You're the big teddy bear.
Really? Hashtag mute Molson. Oh, mute Molson's kids. You know what, Scout? I love you. You're my new best friend, Scout.
Oh my God.
That's good.
So, Steve, seriously, what have you been doing as far as I know? Can you talk about anything as far as your
just
the leagues?
Yeah, creating a whole bunch of content that's going into the league's learning center. Their online, I guess we'll call it a repository for ham knowledge. Been working with some of the YouTubers and trying to work up courses to get some other YouTubers on board to create some courses for them.
Excellent.
Busy. I'll tell you, it's a big ship, but I know the league's going to get a lot of hate because they're the league, and a lot of people like to throw hate, but they are making the effort to turn the corner. So it just takes a long time to turn a big boat.
There's a big elephant in the room, and you got to take little pieces of it. And one of the things that I've been a league member since day one, since 1989. I've had my good things that I like that they did and not so nice things. But I'll tell you one of the nicest things that I do like most recently, and Rob, N1 NUG was part of some field testing. Is that NFED half wave, and they're not just selling it; it's a kit. So
Yeah, that seems to be a driving. Like they've also got a receiver kit that they're not
Excellent.
just selling a radio. It's something that, and honestly, I feel like, and this is just my gut feeling, I feel like a lot of it is targeted towards, a first time kit builder kind of stuff. It's a simplified kit to get people comfortable with building something and let them be successful on the first kit build. And
there'll
be some good information out there to help support them if they do get stuck. So
my first kit, if you guys remember a company called Ramsey, actually I take it back. It was I think it was a Radio Shack Science Fair, one of those, if you consider that a kit to be a kit. But Ramsey was like the big, to me, I felt like I graduated, and it was a good thing I had somebody next to me over my shoulder, and we built it, and we had it in the second one. The first one was more, I wasn't holding the flashlight, as they say. I was doing some things, but not all the things. The second one, I was in the captain seat, and he was really behind my shoulder having fun with it, teaching me. And it was fun. Of course I was nervous. Your first kit, you're always nervous. Probably even your second kit, you're still nervous. But that's what builds confidence. And there you go. There's that kit.
And they're trying to make their YouTube, well, I guess I say there are several of us trying to make the YouTube channel come alive. They've got a decent sized channel that just hasn't had a lot of content in the last long time. So, like, for example, they're starting to premiere some videos. They premiered one tonight. So if you're ever curious about what antennas are up there at Newington, you've got some great drone footage. And Joe Karsha, I don't know if y'all know Joe or not.
Oh yeah, yep. I met him a long time ago. Great guy.
He narrates through what antennas are up there and what does what. And it's a great presentation. So, if you want to support the league, hit those premieres when you see them come up too. Because
I'll tell you guys a quick story. So when my wife and I were dating, having the league, this is a clean story. Having the league 45 minutes to an hour from you, you've seen it all. You drive around, you've seen it all. It's still in awe. It's like looking at Mount Rushmore at that epic, And I remember I was dating her. We got out of dinner or a late. And we were driving around. I said, I'm going to show you some stuff. She's like, what? It meant nothing to her. But here I am. I'm like a little kid still, just looking up in awe of just, this awesomeness that, only the pictures that you see on, on QRZ pages, and to me, it's still epic. It's still epic over there.
Yeah. Well, I get to go up there in July. So
absolutely.
I'll be up there for a week, and we're going to be doing the Teachers Institute which will be virtual this year during the day. And I've already warned Joe that he needs to get out of the way at night because I plan on streaming a little W1AW
pile up. It's called pile up.
So,
hey, did anybody send Kyle the link for the StreamYards so he can? Oh, he can't because his computer's messed up.
He ought to be able to get in. I think he's got a streaming computer, and I think he's got a different computer. So,
I thought I put it in the just in the HRCC.
Beer snack. I'll be honest with you. I don't remember what week it is. My wife. I have so much on my schedule. I just text my wife and say add this, and she tells me whether I'm clear because it's like ridiculous busy. Thank you.
Here.
Hey, that's what helps, keep it. And everything changes. We're talking like before you mentioned about the league. If you want to say, did they listen? It sounded like they had some organizational internal things going on, and maybe it was a bad marriage internally. There was a bad marriage, and people on the outside don't know of a bad marriage until you hear that people got separated and divorced. Sometimes that's the only way something happened. And I'm wondering if that happened, but regardless of what happened, I'm glad that they're really taking a good look at themselves and seeing where they go, because things do change, whether you like it or not. Things change, and you have to go with. I don't like changing just because, but including myself, dude. Like Adam and I were talking before a little bit about antennas. He said, "What am I doing?" So I'm playing with a sloper antenna and a vertical. I never thought I was going to be playing with those antennas. no. I had no idea. If you asked me 25 years ago, I would have went, nah, shrugged my shoulders, move on, go find something else. Now I'm just so into them. It's like AA for me. Antennas Anonymous because I got so much here. But it's such a fun thing. Okay, which one should we use today?
So how do those meetings start? Hi, my name is Don, and I'm an antennaholic.
yes. And I just bought another antenna. You bought another sloper. Why'd you buy a sloper? Because I wanted to try something different, or I want to run two at one time. I bought some more masts. I bought another mount for my truck, and I want to fool around. I want to experiment. I said, maybe you guys have heard me many times. I don't ever believe in that word failure. You don't fail in ham radio. You don't fail. It's called experimenting. And there's a lot that goes behind it too. Band conditions, it could be a lot of things, but you're not failing. Just get out there. So with the league taking that end-fed half wave, putting it as a kit, again, guys and gals are going to get their confidence up to do something. Now you got it built. Guess what? Go stick it in the backyard. Bring it to a park. Bring it to the mountain. Who cares? Get it on the air.
And that's kind of, I'm going to use some of these things I'm hoping I can score a deal. I don't know, with the radio kit, the receiver kit they've got. Because that's a great Padawan project too. I mean, that's a good starter project for them.
Good point. And,
well, I saw your comment, Beer Snack, but I'll be honest, I'm trying to find the link to my tip jar, but I don't know where it is.
Yeah, he said that, and I was like, "Holy crap, we do! We have Good Game on right now. We've been talking about this forever." But
you don't even have it on your about page for YouTube.
It's in my descriptions, but yeah, I guess I need to put it in. I'll be honest with you, the tip jar was it was an afterthought after I realized YouTube scrapes 30% off the top of everything.
Yeah,
I was like, holy, in fact, I was explaining that to a couple people at work today. They're like, oh, you must make all this money for these kids and this and that. And they were watching the stream. And I was like, so the way it works is YouTube scrapes their 30%. And then the IRS scrapes their chunk. Yep. And, you're left with roughly half. So.
But,
hey, dude.
So I've got the link. I don't know if I'm not a mod in here. I don't think so. I can't.
Welcome, dude.
Dude, hey. I gotta say it because I don't think we've been on a live stream in a long time. But you were correct for coming on tonight, so thank you.
Dude's correct.
Dude's always correct.
Not always.
So one thing I noticed here when I was looking for your link that I got to point out. Look how close you're getting here to 1 million views, man.
Yes, I am. I am right there to 1 million.
Wow,
views.
That's a nice. Cool. That's a talking about Mount Rushmore event there. There you go, huh?
We need about 30,000 of you guys to go watch his videos tonight.
Yeah, just watch them overnight. We'll be good.
That's right.
Although don't watch them too fast because I've got to figure out what I'm giving away for. I got to come up with something to give out for 1 million views because that's kind of a milestone.
Right. Tell your mother, tell your kids, tell your in-laws, tell the neighbors. Put a sign on the back of your vehicle as you're driving around tomorrow for the weekend.
So, hey, good game.
Yes, sir.
Put just type a comment on with your channel, and we'll make you a moderator on the channel here.
Don't do that.
Is that a problem?
Boo. There you go. I just booed you. I booed you.
I
Actually,
know
if all three of our guests, which are now our friends, which are now family here, and we'll give you the blessing here in a few minutes.
There you go. I like that idea, Bear Snack. I'll give away a big old coffee cup.
Oh, just 30 ounces.
Is 30 ounces
30
enough?
ounces? No, 30 ounces is not big enough.
You need one of those half-gallon jugs,
Yeah, if it's not 64, it's not worth it.
30 ounces. 30 ounces is like miniature golf to like Ty Woods and all the other great golfers out there. You know what I'm saying?
So Beer Snack, I got a Ham It Forward project to show you here. If you want to bring up the shared screen there for me. I'm starting to get into some battery building. Haven't done much of it yet, but these are this is a 4S2P 18650 pack with 3,400 milliamp hour cells. So it'll produce a 6,800 milliamp hour pack with 14.8 nominal voltage output. And I've got the the BMS with a balance charge controller in it that's going to be built into the pack. And let's see here. There's the approximate size. So it's flat at about just slightly under the footprint of a KX3.
And what's the weight on it, you think? Have you weighed it yet?
I haven't weighed it yet. I don't know what it's going to weigh, but the lithium-ion batteries have a little bit better energy density than the lithium iron phosphate, so you get more watt hours per ounce of weight. The goal with this pack was to make a good pack that would power a KX3 at full power for a decent amount of time. Now, at full charge, this will put out too much voltage for a KX3, so I put a couple of 3-amp diodes in series on the radio, the output that'll go to the radio, and that's what's going to drop my voltage by almost 2 volts and put it into the acceptable range for the radio under 15 volts there. So this is being built for a friend of mine that has a KX3 and was asking me about batteries. So I said, you let me see what I can do for you. So it's been fun.
Hey, I barely was able to make my bed today.
We built some of the Smoking Ape juice boxes today at school.
That caught me right out of that. That was good. That was,
Hey guys, I put Good Games link for his PayPal in the chat, so make sure that you check that out if you want to give a tip. It goes towards the Padawans. I got to take off for a few minutes, so you guys have fun, and I'll be back in a bit.
Sweet.
Cool.
10-4.
But yeah,
he's now muted.
Yeah, we're going to build some juice boxes, I think, with the Padawans over the next however long. I've got a new group coming in for 3 weeks. I'm not sure how many I'm getting, but I've got a little summer camp I get to do. So,
is the juice box, is that something that Ape just came out, or is that like a trademark manufacturer name?
I don't know.
Like the Ham Harder, and
I'm giving Ape credit because, well,
yeah, I'm not going to talk for Ape, but it was, I think, like maybe kind of his idea, but his buddy, I think his name is Thump, designed it.
Yes, Thump apparently can do some vicious 3D stuff.
Shout out to Thump, yeah.
And 3D printing. My 3D printer was down for a good long time, and I needed to do some upgrades on the little tubing and stuff like that. But it's up and running. In fact, it's printing 7 more juice box sets over the weekend to be ready. I'm just going to leave it printing as whenever I go in, I'll just have it print 7. I can fit 7 on the plate.
Dave. Fantastic, Dave. I mean, again, for a guy who's had kids with the juice box, which has now been replaced with other things, but it does. As soon as you guys were talking about that, I'm like, my God, that is a juice box. And with a little bit better stuff inside. But
the cool thing about it, I've never used a buck converter I've never used one, and so this is the first time I've ever stuck one in something. And I was like, Kyle! And, it's one of those. As soon as you hook it up, and I was actually building with my buddy Curtis at school, and we were building a few of them. And I was like, you start getting those ideas with, okay, what else can I do with this? And that's what I want for the Padawans. I want them to not just, okay, look, I got this cool little box. I want them to start thinking, what else can I do now? Where can I go next? And that's when you get no far like me thinking that way, then.
Because the Altoid CW, I mean, I've seen guys run it on a 9-volt battery to whatever. To me, that always seemed like them and Ramsey's. When I was mentioning Ramsey kits before, they seem, but now kits are just starting to explode. And I love how guys are just taking the initiative of creating something for themselves out of a need. Necessity is always the mother of invention, and there you go. Well, it's concept and design now.
Well, and I demonstrated the greatness of 3D printing to Curtis. One of them, the butt converter actually it wouldn't quite fit perfectly in the little slot that's on the STL file and whatnot. So I was like, no big deal. We just throw it in Tinkercad and watch. Here's how you modify this and save it for yourself. And that's where I want the kids to go. I don't expect them to create the world on their own, but find something that's already out there, modify it to make it work for them. And that's a great starting point for me.
What's the duration when you do a juice box? What is, based on that size, what is the duration from when the printer starts to it comes out? What's the duration time?
Well, let's see. I've got an Ender 3, and I'm printing 7 sets, so 7 tops, 7 bottoms, and it's 18 hours for
Jeez.
7 of those. So do the math on that, however long it takes to print each one. And then, you've got the installation and stuff. I mean, the longest part of it is cutting the wires to the right length. So once you've got it figured out how long each wire is going to be, it's a quick process. I mean, next year we'll do that in one club meeting.
Yeah, this little one just itself, this was the best quality I could do, and it took about 3.5 hours in the Ender. Now I upgraded my Ender so it could print a little bit faster, so give or take, it's going to depend, of course, on everything that you have set up on your 3D printer, as well as the speed that you can or you choose to use.
Yeah, I can make it go fast. I mean, like this printer's three years old, I guess.
Yeah.
So, but it's still chugging along. And like I said, I have no problem with just letting it print overnight. I'll build up a stockpile ahead of time of, kits. Like the next thing I'm going to build is I'm going to start printing off some of the stuff to do the little CW kits that Kyle sent that we built from whatever your St. Louis Ham Fest was called that I didn't get to go to. Winterfest or
Winterfest.
Yeah.
Yep.
So several of them built those, and they loved getting to build those. So I'm like, all right, well, next year I'll just start printing them over the summer.
And anyone who wants to know more about that, in the search field of YouTube, just put that in, and you'll see that up, because that and Kyle, I think didn't you do a presentation in there for that Winterfest?
Well, last year it was virtual, so we hosted it on our club webpage or on our club YouTube. But every year I do a presentation on something.
Yeah, because you pop up every once in a while in my feed. So, well, Kyle, thank you for coming over here tonight. We kind of, as they say, stuff happens.
Yeah. Well, one, I want to thank everyone who showed up that was planning on playing trivia tonight. Sorry, I'm not really sure what's going on with the computer. It would get to about 15 minutes, and then it just shuts down. It doesn't even it just goes to sleep. And then the power light is still on the turn on and off. So, and all the fans are running and everything's going, so I think it might be a power supply. But anyway, thanks for everyone who showed up that wasn't able to do trivia. And then thanks to you guys for coming in and doing the stream and bringing everyone together. I appreciate it.
Not a problem. Listen, how we create our names in Cahoots. I racked my brain all day trying to come up with something funny, but something that wouldn't get including me, in trouble. So we'll just have to save it for the month of June. That's all. No big deal.
Well, yeah, I'm going to see. I'm not really sure I used to be computer savvy back in the day. I've lost all of my mojo, so I'm going to have to figure out what's going on, and maybe we can host it later in the week. I don't know.
The problem is you didn't lose your mojo. The mojo's changed. So
yeah.
you still got your old mojo. It's just
when you get
changes
these
nonstop. So
yeah, you get these graphic cards, and I didn't even build my PC. I mean, I built my PC, but I had somebody else spec it out for me, because I haven't built a PC in 7 or 8 years, and it's just all changed.
So I'll go ahead and shout it out. I put it in the chat, but Norman James, thank you. He sent me a tip jar donation to the Padawans. Appreciate that. That'll buy 3/4 of a spool of filament for juice boxes and stuff. So much obliged.
Very nice.
Hey, Steve, is there anything that you guys need? I know for a while there you were getting, radios and like a guy like me every once in a while was sitting back saying, I don't know, do I send him another radio? Does he have enough? I know at one time you wanted some solder. What's off the top of your head? What do you give us a grocery list? What do you need?
So right now I've got 13 radios in the closet. Now everybody this year that got 21 kids got their license this year. All 21 got a radio.
Nice.
So, thanks to everybody. Several of y'all, a lot of y'all sitting in this stream right now sent me radios. So thank you for that. Why I say sent the kids radios. Next year the way my class works is I get a group of kids in 6th grade, and I get that same group back again in 8th grade. And so I'm getting my last year's sixth graders. I had 28 get their license, but last year we were just getting rolling with a lot of things, and so I maybe 5 or 6 got a radio. So those 13 radios are already going out to kids. How I'm just gonna, I don't know, draw numbers or throw darts at them or something. I don't know. But it's just little projects. I mean, honestly, half the kids, they just want to build stuff, and that's one thing I've learned is they love getting that radio, and they still burn up the repeater with the radio. But Kyle sent me a box of the CW paddle kits. You want to talk about some kids? They were pumped. I mean, it was something they built. They put it together, and boom! We were able to plug it in, and they could hear their attempt at Morse code right there. And so that's the kind of stuff that beer snacks in the house. But just
who unmuted him again? No, someone else.
And if you remember, a few months back, Josh had me on his show and came up with money for several of the QRP, the 4 states QRP, the kits we built on his, and I've got I think 8 or 9 of those in a box, and depending on how many kids I get, that's what I'm hoping to do this summer with some of them. So it just depends.
So this summer,
I'm not going to be picky. You want to send me kits of something? I don't care. I mean, we'll find a way for it to work.
Okay.
The kids don't care.
Okay. So how many kids will be? Is it like a summer session? How many kids do you have?
I don't know. I don't know until June 1st, I think, is the cutoff date. And what part of the thing I love about it is they're telling people it's completely free. Just show up and learn something new. So I may have a ton of kids. I don't know. I figure worst comes to worst, if I'm overcrowded, we're going to go and we're going to take the G90 and see if I can, antenna up the bleachers of the football field.
Dude, field day, doing something like that, and get them outside. If it's depending on the heat, and all
the
that.
Kids, I don't care about the heat. We'll take water bottles.
There you go. Okay, so I'm just thinking solder, Anderson power poles.
Power poles? Yeah. If we're going to build juice boxes, anybody who has ever power poled anything, those get expensive in a hurry. Especially, like Stubbs down at MFJ, he helps me out. But if you have to order those and pay shipping at an MFJ, that's ridiculous. I mean, the shipping's as much as the power poles, but power poles tend to get kind of costly. Filament, I can get filament. I mean, Norman took care of 3/4 of a roll of filament for me just a few minutes ago.
How about connectors? BNC. I never did a BNC. I never soldered a BNC. So
I've never soldered a BNC. I know a guy, named Adam who's probably soldered a BNC or two.
Yeah, I think I know that guy too. Adam, is it really easy, or is it just like anything else?
It takes a little practice. You'll probably screw some up and throw some away, but that's how it goes.
Just like a PL259. That's okay. Yeah, it happens.
Well, yeah, that's actually one of the first things I teach them is, we never have enough PL259 connectors, because that's the very first thing I wish I had learned when I became a ham was how to solder on a PL259. Because nothing sucks worse than trying to install an antenna on your truck and not wanting to have the ghetto look of the antenna going through your door, and you want to actually put it through something, and you don't know how to solder the freaking connector on. So, I mean, it's those little things that people don't. And I'm fortunate. I've got a good friend of mine, Curtis, that he teaches with. He got his license last year, and so everything he has a question about, okay, how do I do this? I make a note of it and make sure that I teach it to the kids, because it's that little stuff that holds people back from really getting into a hobby. So,
are they also crimping a PL259?
No, buddy. We solder. We're
crimping ain't easy.
It's not,
so,
but it sure is fun, right?
And I don't have a crimper, so that.
Okay, I'm just trying to help you. I'm just trying to, like I said, I'm just trying to think of that whole grocery list of, so guys could just send you, just for the heck of it, and
coax. Every time we make J-pole antennas, coax, it is amazing how quickly that runs out.
How about 300 ohm wire, 450 ladder line?
Yeah, ladder line. I'm always You know, I mean, like I said, Stubbs, MFJ. I know a lot of people like to throw hate at MFJ, but MFJ has done an incredible amount to support the Padawans too. So I'll just tell you, anything that y'all are looking to buy, if you can buy it from MFJ, I'm just saying they've earned my business for the rest of my life because I get stuff from them. You know, I'll just mention something and boom, next thing you know, I have a box of ladder line in the mail. So
Can you mention some high quality radios from me? Like, I need that Zygu. No.
I mean, actually, they can't get it in stock. You know, they're hooking me up on a deal for Cody.
To be fair, the Radio Oddity people are having problems with the 5105 now as well. And
Are they really? No
yeah,
kidding.
they're sold out. I think I got one of the last ones, and so.
You know, that's the other thing is I shot an email to him and I'm like, hey, you know, what kind of price can you get me on the G90? I got this kid who's upgraded to general. He's already studying for his extra. His goal is extra by field day. And, you know, he's like, yeah, I can get you a deal if I can get a radio.
Wow.
And it's been 2 months, man. I mean, when did we have that fund drive on my? It's been at least 6 weeks since we were raising money for Cody on that
I was just going to say
fundraising drive. And that money's just sitting there waiting. I mean, he's got to get the radio. And yeah, I will go and say, you know, Mike K at MRD offered up, he just did a review on it. What's that other Zygu rated? The little QRP.
Yeah, that new one. I don't know what it is, but
it's like it's something 1M or something like that. And I mean, he offered it up, and I was like, I don't want Cody's first HF rig to be QRP.
I have a video coming out tomorrow, and I mentioned that too. It's like QRP for somebody starting off was a very difficult thing.
I'm like, you know, and this kid's a great kid. I mean, he'll work at it, but I think with kids especially, it's important that they find success pretty quick. That they need to, because you know they're still kids, and so if he doesn't find success pretty quick and make a contact or two, which I'll go ahead and shout it out to Kyle. Kyle, you got your QSL card. And mom has already ordered. Mom's a counselor at the high school, so I was talking to her about my daughter's schedule. She goes, "Hold up, before we get to your kid, let's talk about mine." And she's like, "Okay, so this little postcard this guy sent me. What is this?" And I explained what it was, and she's like, "Well, I don't know what it is, but Cody loves it. He wants to collect these from everywhere. How do I get him some?" So
good deal.
You know, and that's the kind of stuff. If you know, not everybody has the ability to support the kids financially, get on the air and work one and send them a card.
Excellent.
You know, I mean, that did tons for this kid. I mean, he's re-energized. He's asked, "What is that G90?" And he's actually going to take. I've got an old, I forget it. It's an old boat anchor HF rig. He's going to take it to the house. He's already emptied all the clothes out of his closet. They painted it. They're turning it into a ham shack.
Nice.
So I'm
cool.
like,
he's already 2 steps ahead of me. I need a ham shack.
yeah, he's not going to do this checkerboard stuff in the background. He's going to be
this
like,
is the diner, man.
I'm 57 years old. I know when I get a QSL card in the air, I mean, you know, it hits the mailbox. I open, I'm like, yes. And then I go back to the log and I see that, like, for instance, Joe Brett and I worked a couple days ago. You know, I think I was like a 4-4 going into him. But again, it's when Joe's card comes, and I'm going to send him one. It's that euphoria again. It's a great feeling, and I could just imagine at their age too.
At his age, you know, I've got a big world map on the wall in the classroom. So,
absolutely,
you know, that's when I pulled up my logbook of the world to show him what's possible. He's like, "Holy cow, you've got Afghanistan," and you know, he's looking to see where you've gotten. I mean, that's what they want to do. That's
much more than science and a hobby. You're teaching them geography. They're going to be learning about culture. So much that this hobby introduces subliminally, and then you know, and each one of us kind of goes into different. You know, I know, like I was working a guy up in Northern Ireland, up in one of the islands. Right away, you know, I'm hitting Google. I want to see where he is. And, you know, as he's talking to me, it's great. You know, geography, it's how it ties in.
In fact, Katie threw that comment in there. In fact, that's the way, you know, my daughter, I think everybody in here probably knows, my daughter and I, that's our thing. POTA is our thing. And so, you know, she's a general studying for her extra. That's what got her into it. You know, she would stay in here while I was working it, and she would find it on the map, and she'd figure out how many miles it was. And that's what got her interested in Unfortunately, and I'm a teacher in school, I know this firsthand. They don't teach geography, so I guess to a point where kids actually get it or care. So,
You're absolutely right, and you work with radio, and you're like, okay, well, I made contact with police. Well, where is police, right? And so then you're looking it up, and all of a sudden, when you're looking it up on Google, you see all these photos of it, and you maybe even learn a little bit of history, or you just want to know a little bit more about the guy's background, right? It's pretty amazing.
yeah, and then you can start. They're kids, so that they don't hold anything back. They'll get on the air and they'll just start asking questions. They're like, okay, well, what about? I Googled police and I saw that y'all eat whatever. What does that taste like?
Right.
And
It starts
They
a
don't care.
conversation other than my signal is, my rig is this, my
Yeah.
antenna. And go, no, and most
Yes.
kids are taking their smartphone, other than ham radio kids, and they're if they got to go somewhere, they're hitting the map button and this and that. They're talking to Siri. To them, that's their map. Now these kids have done it at such a higher level now. Because now not only while they're making that contact, even if the contact is over, they're getting hungry for more information about the Belize or wherever that they just work, or just even another state. Everyone forgets. We're a small country, but man, it's fun to learn about a different state and what's this Route 66 thing. Back in the heyday, and there you go.
I'm
The
hoping
only
to
map-
go ahead.
The only maps today are the subway maps on the wall that people look at. So
Yeah, that too.
Even
look at
then,
that.
kids don't know how to read that. And Jerica's doing summer college this year. She just had her orientation tonight, and they no longer have to be able to read a map of the campus to know where to go, because they now have an app where she can
They
just
have an
say,
app,
"I
yeah.
need to go to Coulter Hall," and it gives her the directions. And I'm just like, and of course she's
Wow.
she's like, make sure the door is closed. My wife is directionally challenged. Okay.
this is recorded, eh?
I was going to say,
She doesn't know about the club,
Mine is
sad,
too,
yeah,
so.
right.
but she
For now.
Don't worry, good game. I'll send her a link
I
tonight.
thought
Yeah.
my wife.
Time-
I thought
Timestamp
mine was the only one
42,
like that.
50.
I'm serious. I thought mine was the only one like that.
Oh, no.
Thank you.
It-
You're
it's
making me feel good.
bad. It's bad. Okay, but Jerica's like,
This is my
why don't they just
XYL,
tell me
Brad.
go? Yeah, Jerica's like, why don't I just go east until I get to the building? I don't need an app for that. And it's like, wow.
Oh
My wife's really good at telling me where to go. That's all I gotta say.
See, I have this problem. If I do get lost, I have nobody to blame. I'm like, the wife, I can't. Who am I going to blame? It's like the dog. It's all your fault, dog.
Okay.
It's your fault, dog.
Do you guys know Rand McNally? Rand McNally was one of the
Not
greatest
personally,
maps.
but
But yeah, I'm sure the map, the Rand McNally and other companies are still, for truck drivers, other people, you still
Oh, yeah.
have a map. I purposely keep on the passenger side of the truck, spiral bound, and I kid her like, honey, you are the best co-pilot. But just when we get to a certain point, landmark, just let me know so I can put the visual, so I could. And I look down. I'm like, "Where's the map?" It's still, tucked in between the seat and the console. I'm like, "Get the map out!" I want,
It's funny because I have this assumption that if everybody's wife was on the stream right now, they would be saying the exact thing about you guys.
Oh no, but
He'll
no,
never look or ask for
It'd
directions.
be worse.
she
It would
she
be
will
worse,
she will
man.
she will admit that she has no idea where she's going, and I mean it's to a point where she's like, "Holy cow, how'd we get home?" I mean, it's like, you didn't
Yeah,
recognize?
yeah.
I mean, we're on our road.
That's that autopilot,
Yeah.
Mine
My
called
wife-
me one night,
no, I-
and she, I'm lost. I said, "Well, what's the last road sign you saw?" "I don't look at those. What are you talking about? I'm lost. Just tell me where to go." I said, "Well, what town are you in?" "I don't know. I don't pay attention to that."
One of the biggest things in dispatch, and we'll ask it, and just for like a wing and a prayer, what was the last mile marker? Most people don't, especially now. Maybe back in the day they did, but now, or what was the last bridge? What do you mean? What the last bridge? There's a street name on top of the bridge or whatever. I don't know.
Well,
I
and
don't
then
have a signal. I can't tell you.
and beer snack's sitting there with his phone doing that. But a real life example today, it was a bad wreck, and they had several departments come because there was entrapment, meaning several people were stuck in a car. And so we toned the city fire department as well for their tools. Dispatch told them West Highway 6 or whatever. So they just went west on Highway 6 because they didn't realize that West Highway 6 is they don't know their directions. And
I mean, in those situations too, I could speak for, personally, those seconds where somebody's going to respond, it really matters. They always taught us every street sign we passed, we had to know what street we were on.
Yeah,
what 100 block you're in.
Absolutely.
Because those seconds do matter. And then if dispatch gets it wrong still, it's horrible. But then at least it wasn't on you,
And honestly, their engine being late didn't make a difference because somebody else's truck was there on time. I mean, the end result was still ugly.
But you don't know.
It's unfortunate no one was wearing a seatbelt, so we only had to extract one. The other two were already out.
Oh boy.
I have a bad habit when I'm driving long distance. It's not a bad habit. It's just annoying because my mind always runs. Everything's in kilometers up here. So I know that my exit to get home is exit 778. So from the biggest border, it's always by kilometers, like across the province or the state. So you start at one end, it's one, and say it's 900 kilometers across, it's 900. So if I'm leaving, say, Toronto, and I'm on my way home, I know it's like mile marker 422. In my head, no matter what speed I'm running at, if I'm running 120 kilometers an hour, I know I'm doing 2 kilometers a minute. And I'm always calculating what time I'll be home. And then I'll be like, okay, we'll be home at 4:12, and I'm always doing that. And then if I change my speed, if I go down to 95, I'm recalculating in my head the distance I have to go at 95. It's horrible.
So I'm gonna need to record you saying that because my wife thinks I'm crazy for this.
Y'all, that's too much math, y'all.
That's a lot of algebra.
I mean,
two trains leave the station, and
she always
pretty much that.
She always thinks I'm being funny when I say things like, "Oh, we'll be there at 4:17." It's like, no, we'll actually be there at 4:17.
Exactly.
Yeah.
if I go
I bet money on it too. Like when I'm driving back with guys from work and stuff like that, it's like we're gonna be home at this time here. They're like, no, we're not. And then if we change speed, I'll be like, okay, modified by 10 minutes, And it's just annoying because you start doing it subconsciously, and then it's like, you catch yourself and you're like, your head's hurting. Like when you're processing stuff and you realize that your brain's working, and it's just like, come on, stop. And I just can't stop because it's like I get so bored when I'm driving, and it's just like that's the only thing I can do. So, anyways,
I don't know that experience when your brain's working.
I've never gotten bored. I have. That's one thing. I love to drive, and I love putting on different music, and I love getting on the ham radio, 652 simplex. I find something to keep myself busy because nothing is more than start zoning out. If you can't remember, an egg, like if your numbers are actually a sequential, 7, 8, 9 going up. If you get to 10 and you can't remember exit 9, then your brain is going. And you got
That's right, Don.
Man.
Yeah, that's right, Don. Sequential exit numbers in Connecticut, right?
Hey, how does it work in New Jersey, Beer Snack? You got to take a right to take a left.
Yo, yeah, jug handles, man. Come on, they're the best.
We could talk about Connecticut all day, but let's talk about this New Jersey thing going on.
They're actually changing Connecticut.
Y'all allowed
the mile markers or the exit numbers?
Yes, correct.
Y'all allowed to pump your own gas yet?
No.
We can't do that yet.
No.
I think I'm actually staying one night in Jersey.
I hope
I'm up there.
My first time in New Jersey getting gas, I got out when I got to the station, and the guy and the tenant is looking at me. I'm like, I thought he was going to help me do something. He's like, no, sir, you have to get back in.
Oh, you're serious? I can't pump my own gas?
Yeah, I was like, what do you mean?
In New Jersey, you can't be. It is all full serve in New Jersey. There's no self-serve.
Why?
I like how you make it like it's an honor, like it's full serve. You're taken care of, like when you go away to like an all-inclusive club.
No, because they don't wash your windows.
It's a demotion. They don't trust.
They don't check your tranny fluid.
Hey, and in fact, if you're going to be in New Jersey and you need gas, and you're going through Trenton, just keep going.
Yeah, don't stop in Trenton or Newark or Camden.
So how
Just
much
don't
is,
stop
how
in
much
New
is
Jersey.
how much is your gas in Jersey?
$3.
This last week
Well,
was probably
it's-
$20, right?
It's $3 in Missouri.
Is
I
it
was
really?
saying, I'm
Sorry,
paying
Joe?
$2.75 here, so
It's
Yeah.
been $2.99.9 for the last for the last couple weeks actually.
That's interesting. So you guys didn't like experience any kind of repercussions from that whole gas thing that occurred.
Not yet.
Your gas is cheaper than ours, man. I think we're at like $3.23 a gallon.
Wow.
Well, plus, with the gas
That's
station
gonna be
attendants, we
expensive.
can't exactly fill up a Rubbermaid tote with gasoline.
You got a point there.
Now, Dan, do you have to tip them?
Yeah, you give them the Jersey salute.
I spent many weeks in Newark, and that was a weird experience. And we went to New York City, and at the time that was pump. They came out and pumped your own gas too, or they pumped your gas. Yeah, it was weird. I pulled up to the thing and got out just like Don, and the guy was just like, "Sir, you got to get back in your car." And just like, all right, whatever.
Yeah, well, now
And I didn't tip him.
The guys at the gas station see me get out of the truck. They're like, he's going to do it himself. No one, walk away.
Yeah, Connecticut's around 303, maybe 35, 310. Self-serve is a little bit cheap. Actually, cash. Cash, as you say, money talks. Money talks is usually 5 to 8 cents cheaper.
But you guys aren't. I mean, you guys can still get gas. The shortage is over, right?
It did not affect. It did not affect
Didn't hit us.
Yeah.
So somebody said Camden's rough for gas prices.
Camden's
It's
is rough.
It's just rough.
Just rough, I think.
Well, I'm looking at the map, see, because we're staying one night because we want to see some of Philly, so we're getting there early and on the way to Connecticut, and I'm dragging the camper with me, but I'm actually staying on the Jersey side.
That's spray paint material.
Oh yeah.
So do I need to change my? I don't know what town I'm staying in. I guess I should look that up. I didn't realize I had resident experts here. I'll hit you in the Discord and find out if I got to change my reservations.
You should have the Padawans just do some cool graffiti already, and then they'll be like, "Whoa, what's this coming into the hood?"
Well, see, the problem is once you get up northeast, I can't have my auxiliary
Pew, pew, pew.
security systems,
Right.
and so it's like
I thought we were. Hang on, I actually have the app for that. I thought we were because I was going through the YouTube bunch one day.
I've got to pass through. I'm going to Connecticut.
Don, he needs to pass
I
through
think I'm
Jersey.
passing through communist China to get there.
He's got to pass through Jersey and New York.
Oh, so you're going to Illinois, huh?
But well, I went to Illinois and I stashed it. I stashed it somewhere because I figured it was just one state.
Oh man!
But some people kind of gave me warning signs because I've got to. On the way back, I'm coming through Maryland too, and apparently Maryland will just pull you over just because. They're going to look at my license and say, Mississippi, he got a gun. And they're just going to pull me over just because.
So according to the app, yes, we honor you and you honor us. But I see what you're saying. That whole PA, New York, and Jersey thing.
Yeah.
I think Illinois is the only state in the United States that doesn't recognize any other states for concealed weapons permits.
Yeah, and I was like, really? I went through the class, and I'm ex-law enforcement, everything. And they're just like, nope, sorry.
Well, I thought as long as you're driving through the state, like I can't carry over in Illinois because, like Sean said, it doesn't recognize. But if I'm driving through Illinois and I get stopped, as long as I'm passing through Illinois, it's fine.
I thought as long as you
have it go ahead,
on the interstate. This is what my instructor said: stay on the interstate. Don't go over a mile either way. Keep everything separated, ammo, magazines, locked. Yep. Keep stuff in your lock. And as long as you don't do anything stupid.
See, I think what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to hide the 12 gauge inside the sewer hose, inside the bumper.
Well, you just gave away your plan now.
They're not okay. Everybody.
The state of Maryland is watching Steve Good game, and they're like, "Oh yeah, we got him now."
And if they want
sewer hose,
if they want to reach in my sewer hose to get it,
I came for the blue crabs.
It's like, there you go, baby. It's in the black hose. You can reach in the rhino.
He's going to be going down the street. And they're just like, see that graffiti to RV? There's a 12 gauge in that sewer
Yeah.
hose.
What's this good game? What's this good game thing going on?
Do me a favor, Mr. Good Game, and don't put any Ham Radio Dude stickers anywhere around where you're going to be staying.
Dude, it's on the 12 gauge.
I mean, that's fine, but don't put them on
it's
like
on the
stop
12
signs or
gauge.
don't have their kids graffiti Ham Radio Dude or
The
anything like
back
that
of
on
the
the walls.
RV is gonna have all. I'm not. You guys, my stickers just came in. I'm not sending no stickers until after August now.
Listen, Good Game's gonna come out. He's gonna be able to peel the stickers off of off the RV. He's gonna have the imprints from.
Actually, yeah, exactly. The stickers will cover the holes. That's awesome.
Mr. Good Game, what's this thing called? A Padawan?
Now I got to check my reservations in New Jersey. Now you're scaring me.
Ham Radio
some of
Hobo
the
wants to
state sites
know.
are pretty good.
Ham Radio Hobo wants to know in the chat, what are we using for our computer setup for streaming? I guess we all have something different, but he says, I'm guessing you guys have gaming PCs.
I'm just going to go ahead and tell you, don't use what Kyle's using.
Yeah, don't use mine.
Wait till
It's all hosted online, so it really takes minimal from your computer compared to if you were trying to pull it all in.
Actually, the only trouble I had here one night. Remember, you guys remember a few clubhouses ago on my iPad. The iPad does not like trying to go through StreamYards through the browser for some reason. Remember, it was all that data choppy bit. But
Sorry, Don, we can't hear you.
mute you.
I don't know if you guys seen like the last 17 streams I've done, but there's something with my mixer that keeps making it go all robotic, so I'm waiting for that to happen. I have a very high expensive setup over here, and it works like a $12 setup.
So Ham Radio Hobo. I actually, when I first started streaming, I don't know, a year and whatever ago, I bought, it's a Dell Optiplex. It's one of those retired business machines. I gave $300 for it. I can stream through, I used to use OBS Streamlabs. I use StreamYard now just because I can walk in the house no matter how much of a hurry I'm in, hit the go button and it works. But it doesn't take a whole bunch to make it go.
What do you guys think? i5, maybe even i3.
I think this one's an i5.
Yeah.
I built one for streaming, and it has the i5 in it and whatever else I threw in there. But the quad core i5, and that's before I found StreamYards and stuff. I probably could have done like Good Game and got away with it a little better because I had the Dell Optiplex as well. And
now, see, for my work I do with the ARRL stuff, with all the video editing stuff, your i3 is going to suck for that. I've actually got it's an AMD, whatever it is, 7, Radeon 7, whatever. I don't remember what it's called. Ryzen 7.
Yeah. For,
and that little dude will cook now. I mean, when it's go, the battery lasts like 18 minutes if you're not plugged in. Because I mean, when you start rendering a 4K video, every fan in the thing turns on.
I don't want to start a fight here, but are Macs better? Do you guys think for the as far as the processing or is it like
not for the price I paid?
What's that? What did he say?
I said not for the price that I paid. I paid about a little over $1,000. I think. Let's see here. It doesn't say. I think. Where is it? Maybe I don't have it. I paid a little over $1,000. I think. Maybe a little under $1,500 for basically a gaming PC for video editing. It's a Ryzen 5 3600, I think, and it's got. It came with 16 gigs of RAM, and I added another 32, so I've got 48 gigs of RAM.
Wow!
It's got a NVIDIA GeForce RTX 2060 Super and a solid-state drive, and then I threw in a 14 terabyte spinny disk for just bulk storage, and the thing cooks, man. It's good for everything.
That's a lot of horsepower.
Well,
but if you start rendering that 4K video, though, it chews it because everything I'm doing for the league, I'm doing at 4K.
Yeah.
And if they give it to me at 4K, and like Adam's doing a little stuff for us, and it's like I already told him, I was like, it's going to be 4K. I promise you, the video is going to be. But you've got to have a powerhouse to do that stuff. Otherwise it takes like 4 days.
Yeah,
I don't even know what my computer is. That's how stupid I am with computers. So
Listen, you can downsample it to edit it because that does just editing itself at 4K. It kills it. I do it at 1080. It's horrible. But down it to like 720 or even 480. Edit it and then throw it back together. And when you go to output it at 4K. So at least your editing time is reduced because you're not waiting for the buffer.
I don't. I've got enough machine with this thing that I don't even rendering it at 4K. I don't get any buffer rendering it. It's just purely or editing or rather. When I render it, that's when. And even then, I can render 5 or 7 minutes. It takes to render a 15, 30-minute video. This thing. What's that?
What are you using for software?
DaVinci Resolve.
Did you purchase the paid version?
Not yet. I'm using the beta of 17.
So from what Jason K6FAK was telling me, the paid version basically opens up your GPU to do all the work. Otherwise, it's your CPU that's doing all the work, and you can see that if you look at your specs while you're rendering. So it's kind of interesting.
I can probably expense that. What does it cost? I wonder.
I think it's like 300. So
I can probably expense that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good luck finding a GPU. But I don't want to mine.
I have one for sale, and I'll trade it for a 2x4.
I've got a trailer full of yard sale stuff. I will trade you for your GPU.
There you go.
There's a 2x4
because he's got one.
I need that.
So
what
Kyle,
else you got there in there, Dan?
What?
What else you got in there, Dan?
The real question is why does he have a 2x4? That's the real question.
I want to see a rubber chicken.
Yeah,
I've got one in my classroom.
I don't have one here.
Come on.
You have
a picture of a rubber chicken.
Do you have a Dora the Explorer backpack?
No,
but I can play the song for you.
No, copyright strike.
So Scout's asking if rendering at 4K is even worth it. More and more people are watching on their TV. And so, personally, I figure I'll render it at the highest possible because then it's future proof a little bit. As they start watching it later down the road, I don't want it to, how many years ago 360 or whatever was looking pretty good.
Right.
And now you look at 360 and you're like, oh, this is crap.
And then it was 720. And remember that it was 720.
And in fact, that was the very first thing I did when I went into the league was their learning center. Everything was at 360. And I was like, negative, Ghost Rider. No. and they're like, what? I'm like, no, we're going to have to go back and redo all this. So I spent the first 3 or 4 months redoing stuff that, they paid good money to have done. And they just, it was old technology by then. So
another 10
so what you're telling
years,
me is
I'll get somebody to throw out a 4K. I might get one. Then I can watch your videos.
Hey, listen, at the transfer station there will be a treasure there. It's only a matter of time. So,
I think what Good Game is telling me is that we're going to need to remake all of our videos in a couple of years.
So yeah.
Well, I think I heard that he could do that. Is that what he's saying?
Yeah, I think so.
Because I don't need sleep. I just need coffee.
Allegedly,
that's it.
So it's.
Is the price of computers going through the roof now because of the different shortages that are? I know that there's a semiconductor shortage, but I haven't checked in a while. Is computer prices going through the roof?
So for hardware components, the only one that's like really through the roof is video cards.
Yeah,
that's the only one that is astronomical right now. Like I was just specking out something new for home so I could bring this computer back to the office. But looking at the price for a decent video card for what I need it for, it's not worth it. It's going to be 4 times as much as the rest of the components put together.
Wow. Oh, wow.
So Kyle, I know you feel bad about your computer crashing out tonight, but this week we had one of our programs. It's CAD based. It's a CAD program. When we got this program back in the day in 2012, there was a fresh update, and we were doing the annual. You pay like $2,500 a year. You get the service and you get the upgrades. And in 2012, they came up with a new edition, and the company who was distributing it, they said, we're not ready to give it to our customers yet. And I called the head office, the software company, and they're like, no, it should be issued. And they refused to issue it in 2012. I never called tech support, so there goes $2,500. So I said, the next year they wanted me to renew it. I said, nope, I'm not renewing. So since 2012 until now, I never paid an annual fee for this software, and it was mine. I had it. So I was getting messages that Windows 7 was no longer supported. It was going to be running out. So it's a 32-bit. I never connected to the internet. It's like isolated, and we've been, guarding it for like since 2012. Anyway, so this week, all of a sudden, I open up the program and your license key doesn't work anymore. So it's like, I want to negotiate for because the way they work is they want to charge you from back when you last paid. So they want it from 2012 till now, right? I negotiated really hard, and it was
so
very
now
painful.
you wish to negotiate, sir.
You will come to New Jersey and you will sit in your truck while we pump your gas.
Well, at least now it's going to be the 2021 version, and I can get out of 32-bit Windows 7. So I have to order 2 new computers for both stations, but it that's a little bit more painful if you can imagine how much it costs. So
yeah, I'm hoping that my issue is $100 power supply. Hopefully, we'll see. I booted it back up, and it's sitting on the BIOS screen right now. So I haven't gone down in the last 30 or 40 minutes to check on it to see if it has turned off. So we'll see if it's a BIOS issue or if it's a Windows issue. And if it's a Windows issue, well, I don't know. I'll start my research on the internet.
Yeah, I'm a computer Google guy. So anytime there's something, like, I'm computer dumb. I have a buddy who's really good at it. Actually, I had my Shack computer that was one from work, and I just said, "Can you fix it up and clean it up?" And then he swapped me. He said, "I'll give you this one," and it was been running well. I run everything on it. I think it may be Windows 10. I don't know what it is. That's how stupid I am. I use a Mac at work, except for when we're programming or doing CAD. But it's a Mac is my office computer. And so, like, I would have, if you were to ask me what my computer is, I'd have to tell you, can you walk me through where to go to tell you? That's how much I know about PCs. So you guys are talking a foreign language to me.
Well, hopefully it's something that I can solve pretty quickly, because I got 2 streams on Sunday. I've got one in the morning, and then I'm on Jason's channel in the afternoon or in the evening. So if not, I can use the laptop here and get by with it. But it's just one of those things where you want your stuff to work all the time, right? Yeah, and when it doesn't work, it's so annoying. And it's like my OCD is kicking in. I'm just like, I can't wait to get off the stream and go downstairs and figure out what's going on. But I'm not going to be able to solve it tonight because everything is closed. I'm not going to go to Microsoft. It's just annoying.
Yeah. I hear you.
Exactly, Beer Snack.
Well, I think I'm going to tap out, guys.
Not yet.
It's been fun.
Not yet. Not yet.
We have to do something. It's a ceremonial.
Do we have quorum? Do we have quorum, boys?
Wait, what happened to Dude? Where'd he go?
Technically, we have a quorum. Yes.
His camera probably farted.
It did.
About that time.
With his fancy high-end gaming computer.
Yeah. Well, he uses Harbor Freight batteries, and
well,
I motion to accept Good Game, Kyle A0Z, and Adam into the Ham Radio Clubhouse. Do we have a second motion?
Oh, Dude's already in.
Well, congratulations, guys. You're now members of the Ham Radio
Welcome to the Clubhouse. Your membership benefits get you absolutely nothing extra.
It's kind of like most things in life. It just
Guess what?
If our secretary's not here, did it happen? Who's taking minutes?
It's recorded. It's recorded somewhere.
And when you guys come here, you don't have to get out to pump your gas. Just-
Excellent.
Very good.
Well, thank you guys. Appreciate you hosting. It's been
Fun
a
and
fun
impromptu.
stand.
Oh, there he is. Say, there he is.
He changed his Harbor Freight batteries.
He went to the Amazon battery.
Amazon
Adam.
Basics, buddy.
Amazon
Have a good night, man. 7-3. Thanks for joining us.
Yeah, Adam.
We'll catch you later.
Adam.
Thank you, Adam. Shane is stuck at work. I just texted him. He's stuck at work right now. So
Yeah. Till 10 Central, whatever that
he's
is.
like, he's like
40.
He's Johnny. He's
That
like
would be-
Johnny
that would be-
Airport.
10 Central. That's what time it is.
40
Hey,
some
good
odd
game. I
minutes.
don't know if you ever watched the Ham Radio Clubhouse?
I've seen it once or twice. I've got my YouTube list of
Pick them out.
team
Pick 'em out.
replay is getting. I'm literally working about 94 hours a week right now.
Yeah, I
Well,
think
you
subscribe
you
like
could
a week.
take 2 extra hours and watch the Ham Radio Clubhouse and
So-
Coffee and Ham Radios on Saturday
Well,
and Sundays.
Yeah. In fact, I'm running today so much that this will be the first stream, and probably since I started streaming that there is no cup of coffee because I didn't have time to make it. I walked in from the call, and it was like all of a sudden it hit my phone that Kyle's computer's jacked, and I was like, all right, I can jump in if I need to, and then, well, I'm coffeeless, so.
So
I don't think I've gone 4 hours coffeeless in
somebody-
the last 20 years.
Somebody's
Are
got
you
to look
having
him up on
withdrawal?
QRZ and do like a DoorDash for like Starbucks or something. All of a sudden, he gets 100 DoorDash Starbucks to his. You got coffee all night. Good game night. You could watch those. You could watch those back live episodes you missed.
Well, I'm sitting at a garage sale all morning tomorrow, so I'll watch some of them then. But I am taking the radio too, so I'll play radio as well.
So good game. We just to keep you in the loop, but before I do that, Ham Radio Hobo, it is hosted on Ham Nation is hosted on Ham Radio Crash Course channel,
other
Josh's
Wednesday.
channel.
Every other Wednesday.
What's the other Wednesday? I don't know. Are we on that Wednesday or are we off that Wednesday?
It'll be on this Wednesday.
This
So-
Wednesday,
This is
Ham Radio
Wednesday.
Crash Course.
Yeah, it's right after my stream on Wednesdays.
Yeah.
So, good game at the Ham Radio Clubhouse. We've been talking about you and the Padawans, and so we want to coordinate to have you come on our channel one week.
I'm here.
Coming up. No, we're gonna have an official Ham Radio Clubhouse stream, and we have talked to those who watch our live stream, and we're gonna do essentially a fundraiser for the Padawans. And so we'll talk to you a little bit more about it, but we've been talking about that a couple times in a row. And so expect an invitation to come onto the Ham Radio Clubhouse because we want to give back to the Padawans as a group, as the clubhouse. So
I definitely appreciate that.
Yeah.
Hey, that's Daniel. You got a good idea there. And now let me throw something out here real quick, and we might not have time. Maybe we'll have to push this challenge out. I recently challenged the Ham Radio Clubhouse guys and the Ham Radio and Coffee guys to a CW keyer build. Right, go to a thrift store or some kind of secondhand shop and build a CW paddle out of whatever you can. Now, what if we did this? We'll extend it out a little, maybe a week or whatever. Give you guys some time to build one. And what we'll do is we'll get on this live stream. You guys will get on yours. We'll get on ours. And we'll donate them. Not donate them when we're done, but we'll sell them for charity for Good Game. So
Okay, we can try that.
People, I'm throwing it out there. It doesn't have to happen, but people in the chat and stuff then could either bid on or choose to purchase the paddles that we've made in our friendly competition that I'm going to win, of course.
With your secret weapon?
There's always a secret weapon. Y'all keep that in mind. You know, then
Or
we're playing
maybe,
for fun.
or what if Molson signed a Dora bag, a Dora backpack, a bag, and put that up for auction. Maybe we
Hold
should
on.
start doing silent auctions.
If you guys want some inspiration, you should type into the old Google CW banana.
I've seen that.
Is it clean?
Yes.
Because every time somebody says
Clean.
Google something crazy, it's not clean.
Can you buy it in Kate MRD's Amazon store? That's the question.
No. Well, I don't know. There's a lot of things that we shouldn't probably be buying on the air in KMRD's
Yeah.
Amazon store.
Kyle, incredible! I holy cripes! Is just when you think something can't be possible. Look at that. Amazing.
Now you got me looking. Hang on.
Amazing.
CW banana. It's the fastest 2 bananas you'll ever see in your life.
I actually
I know
have.
it's
I
clean,
don't know
but
how they
the
do this
color
one,
line
but
Dan, look, Daniel.
I've actually got the Padawans 2 years ago. Actually, did some Morse code with bananas, but we used. You can't. Well, I guess you could buy it at a secondhand store, but it's a little makey kit.
Oh yeah.
You know that you can conduct electricity and whatnot through, and we played the drums and stuff with bananas and stuff like that too. So.
That's awesome.
Very good, Hobo. Very good. That's a bump. There you go. Very good. That's funny.
We need a symbol, a crash symbol. You know, like we can do the
Yeah,
drum
where's,
roll.
where's
We're
the
not
sound
in-
effects?
We're not as
Yeah.
sophisticated as the other guys who, when and then
Ape's
and
got
the
that
killer
trademark.
But we
phone.
do
Yeah.
we dance
There we
we
go.
dance for money, so we're good.
Oh my God, we
Uh,
were
Here.
When people
we were-
ask me what I do for a living now, I say I dance for money, and they don't believe me. I show them.
we were throwing so much money at you guys the other night, and you were right. I give you guys credit. You guys were right with it. You guys.
I
were
pulled
right
my
with
neck muscle though. I'm not kidding you. It's hurt for like 3 days. Like, man.
See, we could never monetize the Ham Radio Clubhouse channel because not only will Shane dance, he'll take his shirt off,
You'll take
and that's not a good thing. Like we need to keep it clean.
You know, some people are wanted in states. Shane is wanted around the country. I mean, around the world right now. It just went viral. You know, so.
She's
Shane
basically
has the,
created an
fan.
international incident. Put it back on.
Oh, and the memes the next day were flying.
Ham Radio Hobo got it again. Magic Mike is a good name for a shirtless guy, if you know what I mean. But it's Magic Mike, M-I-C. That's perfect,
M.I.C..
man.
Hobo, you got to come on the stream with us in the future.
No doubt. That's hilarious.
You're gonna come and join us. You and
I bet I
a
could-
lot of guys.
I bet I could make some kind of paddle out of a Dora bag, right? Figure it out. There's got to be a way, right?
Is that a retractable handle?
Oh yeah, you know it is, and it's it's aluminum. So
Oh,
Yeah.
there's two screws here, so I think it might work.
that's the
Do I get
antenna
credit?
part. That's the
Do I get
antenna.
credit for that?
Give that to Kyle. Kyle will get
Will
that
it
thing.
antenna the Dora
Will it
Explorer? Walk around what is it? Huntsville. Walk around Huntsville with this thing like an antenna. Like, okay, I need to adjust for
Hang on.
2 meters.
652. Hang on. 652. I'm gonna communicate on 440. Hang on. Let me just drop the antenna. It's it's a little chop the handles a little smaller.
It's like
Well,
it's a Dora, the Dora antenna. Well, we'll figure out a good name for it.
Door antenna. I like that.
Dortana, yeah.
Would you call that like if you motorize it with a stepper motor? Would it be like the cranky Dora? Yeah.
So much I want to say right. If we were in a private Discord message, there's so much I want to say right now. But
What I got to tell you, all watching at home, you guys can't say we didn't talk about radios and antennas now, right? So this thing smells like
Dude is wanted in 10 states, by the way.
yeah, right. Hey, by the way, guys, I got
By who?
my driver's license reinstated.
Oh yeah, congratulations! Now you're not
Yeah.
illegal.
Very cool.
Okay, congrats.
I know it's a big account.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
I'd like to thank my mother and all my supportive fans out there. I actually bribed the lady at the DMV with Ham Radio to do the stickers, and she's
there
like,
you go.
"Sir, I'll give you your license if you don't give me any."
sir, just go. We're not gonna send you to
The Santa Claus
the end of the line.
QSL card would have done it though. You should have broken out the Santa Claus QSL card.
So
See-
it's so funny because I couldn't find my other QSL cards, and then as soon as I send those, I found them. I'm like, oh well, you get a Santa one.
Hey guys, let's just to be serious, just for a minute at least. Let's not forget about what's happening. 7 days from now, we would be going almost towards the end of the first day of the YouTubers Hamfest 2021. We'd probably be in maybe happy hour mode right now. A fantastic lineups. If you guys in the chats go to the website, stuff is going to get marketing. We're You're going to see the website. Somebody here wants to put something on the banner to the show the link to the website. It's going to be 3 days of fun, learning, fun. Frank's going to be cooking his meat and a whole bunch of other stuff. It's this is not just it's a worldwide thing. You got guys from New Zealand, Australia, UK coming in playing.
Yeah, I got Lord Callum coming.
Yeah.
Yes.
Steve too. You and I are doing 2 POTAs, one on different days, but our topics kind of help each other. Mine's going to be more for the beginner, explaining how to get yourself involved as the hunter and the activator. Then you got Steve kind of getting into a little bit more detail. So both
Jason's going to come on and talk about some of the new
he's a great guy.
Features and whatnot that POTA's got, still in development. I'm sure you know about a lot of those things, Izzo, but he's doing kind of the public big reveal that day. So
yep. But no, everyone go to that again. Go to the YouTubersHamfest.com. You'll see the lineup. You're going to start seeing. You're just going to be able to jump from YouTube channel to YouTube channel and if you miss something, guess what? Hashtag Team Replay.
True.
So it's going to be great. But if you can hang out with us, and like I said, it was really fun last year. I had a great time. I learned so much. I bought stuff because, I bought some stuff, some lot of ideas. And, I was writing things down, and this is what I want to do, and it really pumped me. And I did it. I didn't procrastinate. So YouTuber Hamfest really gave me a good kick in the pants.
Who all out of all of you, who all is partaking in it? Who's leading something?
Yeah,
Steve,
I've got one.
Kyle, dude.
And I think that's a really good point too, is it gives everybody, all the viewers at home, or even people who maybe haven't seen much of our channels, it gives us the opportunity to see us real quick and say, do I like this channel? Do I like this channel? Not just learn about things amateur radio has to offer, but do I like these channels and where they're developing? Should I subscribe? And you should always subscribe to our channels, by the way.
If you're just a CW guy, there's going to be something in there about CW. If you love FT8 and the FT8, someone says, "What is this FT8 off stuff?" Guess what? There's going to be like 2 or 3 sessions, I believe.
We might even throw out an all-day Friday session.
Nice.
We're not sure yet, but we might. Yeah, Dan, I didn't want to throw that out if Dan didn't know about it.
It's okay, because I could sit there. I could say, "Yep, start at 00 on this date, end at 23:59:59 this date."
But yeah, it gives everybody the opportunity to explore what YouTubers are even offering in a ham radio or for entertainment value even. Check that out.
This was my first year now of participating and working with the what I call the behind the scenes. I mean, these guys are busting their butts to put on something awesome, and I know it was awesome last year, and they had a good time. They said there was some bumps in the roads. I know as an audience member, I didn't see it. So, but something. These guys are really striving. They're not
There's always going to be a bump in the road. I mean, but that's kind of the way you roll. Like, for example, Kyle's computer tonight. That's what makes this group. Somebody had an issue, and all of a sudden, in the Discord, there were several of us like, okay, we got it. And somebody joked for a minute that it's a race who can get it first. But it's like, that's yeah. Go ahead,
Steve. Your audio quality is cutting out there. It's really weird.
Oh, is it really?
No.
I'm not telling you. So
ham radio.
I am running low on coffee because I haven't had it in 4.5 hours, so it's possible.
He's having caffeine withdrawal.
I just thought it was convenient to say that as you were talking about mishaps and misfortunes.
But that's what makes this group is we all help each other out, and even
yeah.
Well, just to follow up. Just
wanted to say about the YouTubers. Good. Sorry, Dan. Sorry, go ahead.
No, Kyle, you go first. Dan,
Kyle, you go. Dan.
You're the guest. Guest first.
Both from you.
I just want to iterate what Steve says. There's a lot of chatter on the back end, and we all help each other out. And there's other hobbies on YouTube where they are in competition with each other and they're bad mouthing each other's channels. The ham radio community on YouTube we are all trying to promote each other, and it's a great community. And there is, you would think that there's drama on the back end and there's this and there's that. There's none of that. Everyone is out to help everyone else, and it's awesome. It is a very awesome community to be in a part of and in front of, you know.
Now I feel bad for telling everybody to unsubscribe from your channel.
Well, that's okay, dude. I know you made that in the nicest possible way.
And being serious, he is. You know, Kyle is absolutely right. There is no drama. There's none of this backstab. It's something. It's nice because I participate in other organizations and I hate that. And I have left groups because of that, as well as for other reasons. This is like. It's relaxing. It's fun. Yeah, it puts time in your day, but it's so positive and constructive. You don't feel the pain of it. Actually, it's so rewarding. It's and
it's not like this has only been going on for a couple of months, and there's no drama because everything's new. I mean, we've been at this for a year and a half, almost, maybe even 2 years, and it's great. It makes you want to do more ham radio stuff and show people what you're doing. And, the Clubhouse probably came out of people getting together with Dan and Beer Snack and Joe and, and everyone. Where other communities where you're going to find that, especially on YouTube?
Well, we said, for those of you who don't know, we were having this discussion on Discord. And obviously on Discord, you could say a lot more and you could be much more freer with your thoughts and, and ideas and discussions and, forked tongue, as they say. But when I sat down with these guys, I said, let's do this. Do we want to do it? Let's do this. And whose channel? But we all agreed, don't put it on one channel. Let's create another channel. So in case for some reason somebody wants to leave for business reasons or personal reasons, whatever, the show continues. Everything continues in the spirit of why we came here, for ham radio. There's
to have fun.
Right. There's no personal gain. Yeah. Have fun, period. That's it. And
I just wanted to say, to follow up on what you guys are saying, at the Clubhouse, we got a really nice email this week from somebody who watches in our audience, and they express gratitude for the Clubhouse, but for everybody else too, and the YouTubers. And Brad, if you're there, thank you for the email, but they explicitly said all YouTubers, and I wanted to pass it on to you guys that it's made a big impact into other, like the combine of everybody just helping people out. And somebody in the comments says it's like you guys are like Elmers to us. That's Ham Radio Hobo. So it's and you know what, for me, I've been watching for years, and the welcomeness, the open arms that people give towards new people. Like you look at Bo with his channel starting up, it's a camaraderie and an encouragement that everybody gives to each other to get in it and to show what you're doing, showcase what you're doing. And it's really cool because it's, like you said, it's not competitive, except for when you're doing FT8.
Wait, hold on.
And then it's on.
All is fair in love and war, horseshoes and FT8.
FT8, right.
I have a quote from Dan from way back when we did our FT8 episode, that FT8
are you
is
quoting
ham
yourself?
radio. No. This is I'm quoting Dan.
Oh, okay.
FT8 is ham radio Tinder.
It is. Guys, it so is. It's like you have a good contact with Jose in Mexico. Do you want to make contact? You're a +3 signal.
I actually said grinder or whatever, and then these guys are like,
I think I might remember that.
Next time you FT8 off, I want you to think of this.
I'm just going to say it on the FT8 off. But,
where's T.O. when you need him?
So
right.
you kind of mentioned that. Well, you did mention the whole fact that everybody is here together and we're having this camaraderie. It's a great concept, and the thing that's most important is we're doing something different with ham radio, right? And what I mean by that is I used to have the perception that ham radio was just a bunch of angry people who didn't want to talk to you and would tell you off. Nobody wanted to teach you and so forth. And I'm trying to be PC about it, but I mean that's how I felt. And I feel like we as a community, even though ham radio and coffee is probably better than Clubhouse. I'm just kidding, guys. But you see what I'm saying, right? Like we all get together and we all do these things for the better of the hobby. And there's people watching who are gonna.
Yeah, but hang on. There are those people out there. No, let's just keep it real in the Clubhouse. There are people out there like that. But guess what? They're not here, and that's the difference.
You're absolutely right, because we promote. I swear to you, anytime that we see like a negative person in a chat or something, I'll shame them. I'll shame them right then and there. And usually they won't come back. Or if they are bad and they just keep being bad, I don't care. I'll block them.
I have a video coming out that I call out. And you'll hear me say it. It's lame. Remember this. I got something coming out. I think maybe on Tuesday or Wednesday. It's only like a quickie 60-seconder, but I call out bad operating, and I don't like it. It affects me. It affects everybody. So just stop doing it. And I call it out. It's lame. So just don't do it.
Absolutely. And I think that same thing happened with Tech Prepper, right? And it's just, why do you guys need that? And so the environment that we bring is everybody's here together. We're having a good time. I'm going to learn something from Joe, Brett, from Daniel, from Steve, from Kyle, and from Don. And I'm going to take that to my channel, and I'm going to thank them. I'm going to promote their channel, and I'm going to help them grow while I grow. And, that's just how it is. But everybody in the views sees that, and they appreciate it, or as the viewers do, or most everybody. And the ones that hate now are becoming far and few in between, where I think it used to be the other way.
I'm even starting to see more positive comments on some of y'all's QRZ postings.
I was so surprised when I posted for the first time on QRZ and I had positive comments in there. I was really surprised because I've seen all your comments. All you guys get these comments. I'm like, wow, I don't ever want to post there. And I posted there and it was positive. I was like, wait.
Well, you know what happens? It's just like anything else. That squeaky wheel is loud.
You're right.
And if you pay attention to it, if you just walk away from it and don't pay no mind to it, they're not going to get the attention.
Yeah, but if you punch them in the throat first, it feels better.
Oh yeah. See, if we were on Discord, I'd have something better or something different to say, but I can't say it now. But yeah. Absolutely.
Thanks, Steve. Thanks for saying what I was thinking.
You're welcome.
Something punch. Yeah.
So talking about
Ham Radio, I'm going to throw it. Ham Radio Adventure Guy just went over there and gave you a sub too. So y'all go hit him up. He's starting a new channel.
Thank you, dude.
Yep, I was just about to mention him, and look, I've only seen the thumbnails when I went to subscribe, but it looks like maybe he's on to something. So
good, looking forward to it. And tell you what, dude, Ham Radio Adventure, come on here, come on the other guys' channels, promote your stuff, get going. You have questions, you ask. Do not be afraid to ask.
And literally ask. When I was pivoting my channel from doing beekeeping to ham radio, I didn't expect. I sent Josh a message, say, "Hey, I'm trying to pivot. I saw you pivoted years ago." Any tips? And he's 170 something thousand subscribers now. He'll answer you. Any of us in here from the top, the biggest one, all the way to the guy just starting out. That's what, like I said earlier, that's what makes this group because we're all in here to just kind of get the ham radio message out there. So.
And if you're not subscribed, subscribe to all our channels. But Ham Radio Clubhouse, we're at 180 subscribers. We're going to hit that 200 subscriber mark soon. Taking over the world, boys. Taking over the world.
They all want more Molson. That's what it is. They all want more
right.
Who wants more Molson? Nobody. I don't even think the Canadians want more Molson.
They want. So, in case some of you don't know, they nicknamed me Molson because I was drinking it was on sale. I was at the store. It was on sale. I bought a case of Molson. I'm drinking it. Now I'm Molson. It's not even my preferred drink. So
you had the box in the back there.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, I did. Now it's hashtag mute Molson. I get a lot of hate. It's okay. I'm Canadian. I know you guys have to.
You are not a pig. You are not a pig cushion. You are not the pig cushion. No, you are not.
It's okay. It's entertainment. Someone's got to be the sacrificial lamb. That's for sure. So
I do love these streams too. Both Coffee and Ham and you guys, man. Like we could just sit here and we can go off on these tirades or these rants, and it's like people will still watch, right? Because we talk about Ham, but squirrel, right?
Yeah,
I think that's what everybody says about me. Squirrel.
It's funny because like I work tomorrow and Sunday, so when your morning shows come up, I have it sitting on the iPad, and depending where I'm sitting at work, I either let the audio, blast a little bit, or I go with the ear. But all of a sudden, somebody like depending on who I'm sitting next to, like, what are they talking about? Well, let's listen.
Who knows?
Next thing you know, they're laughing their asses off because of what you got, and they're like, "Who's this guy T.O.? What's his real name?" And Ape, and the of course Ape is so famous.
What's his call sign?
Yeah.
So I'm going to go ahead and put this out there. So Ape is doing a little bit of work for us at the ARRL right now, and if for those of you who don't know, Ape is pretty secretive. So Ape is officially known at the ARRL as Ape. He has no name. He is Ape. And so, like, all of our scheduling, everything we schedule, I'm serious, everything that we do to schedule anything with his content and stuff, it all just says Ape.
Nice.
And so, because
that's great.
It's hilarious. People are like, what is this Ape thing? It's like, don't ask. That was part of the deal. Just deal with it.
Did you all see that thing I posted in the Discord this last week? I know Joe Brett did.
Which one?
I had an envelope full of QSL cards.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And on the top one said the
Butt
Smoking
Street,
Ape.
Butt Street.
It was hilarious because I did get a few private messages like, "Hey, you just leaked Ape's address. You just doxed Ape." If you actually look up that town name, that town only has one resident in the whole town. I got y'all.
Well, it's Ape.
No, it wasn't
Ape
Ape.
is the resident.
Yes, that's it right there. So I got all these letters ready to send y'all, and no, it wasn't his address. I got you guys good.
Everyone's like, dude, put Apes. Like that's not his address.
I'm
That
still
is
getting
not his
messages this
address.
morning. I'm still getting messages. I'm like, nah, it's time to let it go.
Just drive out there and see if it's really him.
I'm gonna leave it there though. I'm gonna leave the photo on there because in like 4 or 5 years, somebody's gonna be like, I finally figured out who Ape was. I went through 5 years of archives. You're an idiot.
It's gonna be the meme. It's gonna be he's gonna have the pin board behind him with all the yarn and the push pins
right.
and
Yeah.
Like that professor writing on the wall.
Yes.
Even with all the back chatter that I'm involved in, I don't know where Ape lives. Have no idea.
Nebraska.
Well, I've pinpointed it down to a state, but that is it. I have
Well,
no idea.
You have 50 states to choose from. So.
Well,
Who's to
I
say
have a
he's
good
in the
idea.
U.S.?
I have a good idea, but I still have no idea.
The one problem with this group is your mic's not working. That right there, Nebraska doesn't mean anything to me.
We'll go back to that geography lesson.
There we go.
Talking about.
At this point, you could tell me the truth and I would not believe you.
That's right.
Just like,
But that's the way you need to be thinking anyway, Joe Brett.
exactly.
Yeah, he is everywhere, every time, right?
He's just like Santa Claus. Just remember that. He's just like Santa Claus.
Yeah,
he uses Tor for StreamYard.
right.
He's got a VPN he has a VPN for his ham radio.
Yeah.
Yeah, he should be sponsored by Surfshark,
Yeah, he is the only person in the hobby that can send a secure message.
You know what the shame of it is right now? He's sitting with the old lady, as he says, watching the Hallmark Channel on a Friday night. His ears are ringing right now. He's not in the chat, but his ears are ringing right now.
He's gonna light Discord up in the morning though.
Not just that. He's on coffee tomorrow morning. He's gonna say something about it in the morning.
He's there in the morning, yeah.
Yeah, just tell him for 1 hour and 39 minutes, all we talked about was Ape.
That's right, Phil.
I will for sure.
Ape
Let's
live.
But like seriously, when I propose having Ape make some videos for us, they're like, he can't. We don't know who he is. I'm like, he's Ape.
He's Ape.
Yeah.
Like I said,
And they're like, what do you
Well-
mean? I'm like, I can vouch for he is Ape. Is that not enough? And Ape's
I wanna
making
see-
videos. So
I'm telling you, I want to see his ARRL security badge. Just Ape. That's all I want to see with his Ape logo on it. That's it.
But that and whatever, but that's going to drive some people nuts because I mean, you guys probably see it on your videos too, right? You get the guy who's like, why don't you say your call sign when you introduce yourself as Ham Radio Dude? It's because I'm the dude, man. Like, yeah, it's not that hard to figure out my call sign, first of all. But, like, do some Googling. But
What's this? What is this right here?
But you
my
didn't
call
say it.
sign is actually on the back of my camper right now, which from what I understand, when I pass through New Jersey, it's not going to be visible anymore.
that's correct. Steve is correct.
You know what? You can always. I was thinking about that. You can go to the paint supply store and you can buy what they use in paint booths. It's a white paint, but it peels off. So you paint your whole RV with this film, and then they can graffiti it all they want to. And then when you're done, you just peel it off like one big skin.
Padawan project.
They need to do that with the city of Chicago. I'm allowed to say that, right?
Yeah.
Yes,
No, Steve, just get it wrapped.
Beetlejuice.
Get it wrapped, all right? And then when you're done, just peel the vinyl off. That's it.
Yep.
Hey,
And make sure you get that vinyl wrap with Ham Radio Dude's logo on it.
Yeah.
Kyle, I was thinking it, but I didn't want to say it, right?
Ham Radio Dude's logo, Ape's address. And yeah, you're good.
Oh man, I have a feeling somebody's going to get me good at Huntsville. I have a feeling of it.
Oh man, Huntsville. Oh, that's going to be I think we're going to have our own aura going on over from that.
Oh yeah.
You guys are going to cause your own pileup. You know that. When you guys get on the bands, you're going to cause your own pileup. It's going to be.
I think, was it last night, Steve? Maybe it was last night. I was talking about when we get to Huntsville, I'm going to have like a ham radio scavenger hunt.
Yeah. That's Wednesday.
Oh, I don't even know what day it is anymore. But
I just know it's Friday because not that it means a whole lot, but I don't have to drive a bus tomorrow morning, so that means something.
Yeah, it was Wednesday. You're right. So Wednesday we were talking about it. I'm like, man, we're going to do like a ham radio scavenger hunt where you could win like cool stuff, like maybe a ham radio dude shirt and a TO shirt and maybe Smoking Apes real address or something like that.
You know, for the right Padawan donation, I might let the ape dance leak. I have a video of it.
I keep hearing this.
Oh
So I suckered him before our stream one day, and he was like, "Yeah, it's the dirty squirrel and the stanky leg," and I was like, "I don't know what that looks like," and he actually did the ape dance for a minute and did not realize I was recording it with my phone.
God,
so
that is worth. Oh my God! Let me check my my checking account balance right now.
Silent auction. The bidding will start.
and then I almost got him live one day with it because we were about to go live and he was back there joking around with it, and I hit the button and he's like he had cut it off just then. He was still going back to the chair when we started. So
let me call my mortgage company. Let me see if I could take this mortgage.
Can I get a line of credit on my?
Yeah, I know I've already got 2 home equity loans. Can I have a third?
and what do you need that for? Because I want to see the ape dance.
Can you imagine like the underwriter? Okay, sir, Mr. Rizzo, can you please explain what you're going to be using this money for? Well, sir, it's all about the ape.
Oh, say no more.
Yeah. They're like, oh, well, he's one of our clients. Yeah, no problem.
Yes.
Oh, you mean the
How
ape?
many zeros? How many zeros would you like me to extend that out, Mr. Rizzo?
Yeah, right.
Sir, can I get you a complimentary Ferrari too?
Yeah. And when you open up the checking account, there's juice glasses and the toaster available too. Remember those days?
No.
I dated myself.
Everybody wants to know if I am in a NASCAR checkered flag or if I'm in Steak and Shake. I'm in Johnny Rockets. And
Johnny Rockets. I know.
No. Quaker Steak and Lube.
Listen, Ham Radio Hobo, you just outed yourself as not a subscriber for Ham Radio Dude.
yeah,
So
right.
I suggest you head over to Ham Radio Dude's channel after you go to We Build, We Learn and subscribe to both.
Yes. On your way from Smoke Signals RF. All the shameless plugs tonight.
Well, guys, I'm going to take off. I don't know how long you guys want to keep going for, but
Until Coffee and Ham Radio at 9 a.m. Central Time.
You might be lonely, brother.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
I think my Chinese food upstairs is cold, and
I think everybody's
gotta go
making
to work
excuses now. We got to
tomorrow.
hang out with Dude all night. I got to go. I think my wife is calling me. Got called out. Sorry. Joe Brett, right?
Honey,
but-
I'll be right there.
We were talking a little bit ago about Steve. Actually, Danielle, you're going, bud?
well, it depends how long you guys hanging out for. Another 15 minutes or?
Oh, now you want like qualifying information.
If we just tell him 15 minutes, we could keep going 15
Yeah, sure.
minutes. Yeah, 15 minutes.
Let's go for let's make it 2 hours straight. Let's go.
Time doesn't run the same in Canada anyway. It's okay.
He's a sucker. He's a sucker. Go ahead, ask him.
No, I was. We were talking about those QSL cards a while ago and how I got the Santa one because I couldn't find my other ones. Have you guys seen my actual QSL cards?
No.
All right,
I
let's see
wondered
if
why you had no.
So, a story about this card too is, you know.
Hold that up again. I just need to know. Wait.
Oh,
All right.
going.
You got to make him full screen.
Yeah,
Hang on.
yeah.
Wait. There you go.
I'm
Sorry.
I'm going to sleep in about 30 to 45 minutes from now. I wanted this before I laid out. I want to look at this.
Okay, that scares me that this is what you want to think about as you lay down to go to sleep.
So
Yeah.
When I get up tomorrow morning, I want to enjoy my.
you guys know the meme, you know, and so I was sending these QSL cards out like 30 or 40 a day, and I'm getting all I said. Well, I was getting people responding back to me, sending me their cards and saying that I had a very nice photo, like I looked very nice, or thanks for your hard work on the farms. And I felt really bad because like some of these other people don't know the concept of the meme, you know. I'm like, oh shoot, the meme, right?
It's the
And that-
May.
And that guy is probably the nicest guy, you know.
Dude, you know what's funny is like in 30 years when it's like the 30-second YouTube ham fest or whatever it is, YouTuber ham fest.
Oh gosh.
It would be hilarious if you look like that.
No, you know what would be even funnier though, man? You know how like people pay a lot of money now for QSL cards from like the 30s and the 40s, the 50s, the 60s or whatever.
Yeah.
Picture this in 40 years, somebody's going to try to buy this card for like $1,000. They're like, man, this is a vintage ham radio dude card.
I hope that guy takes your sticker and he puts on the back of his tractor or something. Or,
Dude, you know what?
Maybe in the shit house or something.
I'll tell you what, Don, if he wants to do anything with his tractor, I'll personally pay for a wrap of his tractor with a ham radio dude on it.
Do you know that guy, or did you just like Facebook
No, it's
stalk
a
people and choose it?
It's a meme. It's a very popular
is?
internet meme. Yeah.
Oh,
It is?
not that popular.
It's not
I've never
popular in
seen
Canada.
What is popular in Canada?
Molson.
Molson.
Things that are actually funny.
Oh, wait a minute. Now every
Molson is kind
time
of funny.
every time that guy's face makes an appearance, he's probably getting a check for something. So put his face up again. See, let's contribute again.
No, now I'm going to get sued. Well, actually, Clubhouse will get sued.
It's copyright. Listen,
Yeah,
people,
I don't remember the meme. It was like,
send all your hate mail to Victor Alpha 3, Sierra Delta Oscar. He's in
Yes.
charge of all communications.
right. And I'm smoking ape.
In Nebraska.
From Nebraska.
Yeah, Scout 75's got a good. I thought that was from a TV commercial. It's a meme.
Yeah, they
Everything's a meme now, Kyle.
They
No,
Probably
it's
used
true.
it on TV.
I'm getting old. I can't keep up
Oh,
anymore.
Abe's here.
Oh, hey.
How are things in
man.
Nebraska, Abe?
Yeah, he got to go. But he said it sent all the hate mail to him. just
What?
go on
This just
Discord and
in.
get that address.
Addresses on
Abe
toes.
Abe said that it's corny in Nebraska.
Ba-dum-bum.
Oh, well, that was a good laugh, guys.
All right. So according to Dan, now we've got
Oh,
11 more
you guys
minutes.
can hang out as much as you want.
No, you said you have we
No,
have
no,
to
no,
do it
no,
in
no, no, no.
15
Guess
minute
what?
increments.
15-minute increments.
15-minute increments.
I got 4 minutes left in me myself.
Yeah.
I'm sure there's a joke in there somewhere. but
I've got less than 4 minutes because I'm now like 5.5 hours coffeeless.
So it's going to be 11 o'clock my time here in 4.
Steve's having withdrawal symptoms.
Hey.
So Steve's going to drink a cup of coffee before I go to bed. So it'll be
Does
okay.
You're gonna
coffee
drink
ever
it, or you're
make
just
you
gonna
tired?
like chew the beans?
No, I drink it. I don't like it getting stuck between my teeth. I'm gonna have to like floss and all that stuff.
Right in the vein,
There you go.
Kyle says.
Right in the veins. Just, I mean,
Yeah.
So Kyle, what are you working on like coming up? I haven't seen like I know you've been probably pretty busy lately because you haven't had much on your channel. As far as I realize, like I don't know.
actually, in May, I've been kind of busy. So I've done some Node Red stuff. I'm going to do some more Node Red stuff for the YouTubers Hamfest. I've gotten totally into Shack automation, so I've kind of gone down the deep end with that.
Also, you run FT8 pretty much, right? Like it just makes all your contacts for you.
Right. It's so
Wow.
So that's what happened to his streaming computer. He's been using it for FT8.
yeah, it's just
Blame the
mine and-
FT8 off.
Yeah, mine and Bitcoin and FT8 off. That's the only two things I use that thing for.
Right now, the FT8 off might have more value than Bitcoin, though.
That's true. That's
Oh
true.
man, what a rough week. Oof.
So, you know, I my channel is basically just things that I'm interested in. And I don't have like a particular, set stream. Obviously, I do trivia whenever the computer is working. But it's
Your trivia is actually going out by FT8 right now. So
yeah. It's I'm not really sure what's going on with the computer, but anyway, hopefully we can get that rescheduled here in the next couple of days. But yeah, if you go out there, I'm a big contester. I like to contest. A lot of videos are Missouri QSO party is coming up here in a couple of months. So I'm going to start ramping up the videos on how I get prepped for Missouri QSO, and then I'll probably have 4 or 5 videos just about Missouri QSO and all of the things that go along with it. So yeah, it's the channel that I just do to document my ham radio experiences, and if people watch, that's great. If not, there's other channels to go watch.
No, I really like that. When you did the repeaters, when you went to go do the maintenance on the repeaters.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I like that one. That was good. So it was a little bit different. So I after that one, I've been paying a lot more attention and checking out, because I subbed to your channel, like I forget when, but because of the inconsistency, it didn't come up as much. So I really enjoyed that repeater one, and that's why I asked, because I want to see more stuff, So
Okay.
I hope you find time to do more and bring it, because I want to see it.
Listen,
Yeah, very
I'm
good.
amazed at the fact that in Kyle's house, a box of Lucky Charms can trip his repeater.
That's true. You guys, you would not believe. Like, all right, so I've been on YouTube, I don't know, 2 years or so, and like Daniel said, I don't have a consistent schedule, and that's why I don't have a lot of subscribers. And I would get, on a good video, let's say I get 10 or 15 comments. I got hate mail
Really?
about that Will It antenna, and the Lucky Charms got so much. Like I got at least 4 emails that the subject was Lucky Charms does not radiate.
And they were serious too, weren't they?
They were total serious.
which sucks, because
scary.
it was a hilarious video.
That was
Well,
totally
well-
took us all off guard.
I think,
that was incredibly great. It was great.
And what I think you need to do, Kyle, because of that hate mail, is you need to do a part 2.
Cap and crunch, baby. Cap and crunch.
Yeah.
Can the
one
captain
guy-
make it happen?
There you go.
Yeah. Well, one of the emails that I didn't share on the back chat was he wrote a paragraph on how a new ham was going to take a look at all of the things that I made radiate, and they were going to try that to say, oh yeah, that's something that you can light up and you can hit your local repeater. And I sat there and I looked at that email, and I'm like, how like maybe you guys do this at work. You'll compose an email and you'll be like, you know what, I'm not going to send this. I just wanted to get my frustration out. I tried to respond to him at least 3 times, and I'm just like, I can't do it anymore. I'm done.
You should have forwarded me that email, and I would have let the Padawans explain it to him, because
Yeah, I
even
should've.
even the Padawans understand the difference there, and
Right.
they get the humor.
And those dogs were harmed in making that video either. That was
Right. Yeah. I mean,
there she is. Where is she?
She's-
Bring her up.
she's-
There you go.
she's still here.
Do people not remember that you have to actually pass a test to get a license? Like, like anybody who's a ham would know right off that was just a joke. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it's like,
Well,
Oh
you
my
would,
God.
Daniel, you would think like after the third one, like, after you do Lucky Charms, wouldn't you think, okay, this is a joke?
Yeah.
I think I had mac and cheese in there.
Just like they're off things. It's like, wait, this is hilarious. This is great. It's just like,
I mean, yeah. Even if I was like
Whatever.
As
12
he's
years
finished,
old.
as you were finishing one, I'm like, what's he gonna do next? And then it's like hold my beer. It just kept going,
Hey,
and
Bubba, watch this.
it was right up there. It was right up there in great comedy genius when Jason and Frank did their soda. It's
that was amazing.
That was a good video.
right. It's part of those classics that we can laugh. Something once again we can create.
Uh-oh.
We can create it.
Uh-oh.
Laugh. Is that Shane coming in?
Well, the stream's over,
There he
boys.
is.
No.
Thanks for joining us,
Got his shirt on.
Everybody, it's been great. We want to thank everybody and every. No, I texted him. I said, "Get on! You're driving home. Get on your phone. Let's go.
Wait. He's in the dark. You are wearing a shirt, right?
No, I'm not wearing a shirt. I'm not clothed.
He did the comb over. He did the
I
comb
was
over.
gonna say,
So-
yeah, that must be it.
He's throwing luggage. Look at him. He's going back to old school. He's throwing luggage on the planes. He's got the windshield. He's cleaning the cockpit windows and refueling and.
Listen, that Willett antenna night, like that really, that was fun. All right, seeing what everybody came up with and watching Adam walk out of his house with a beer can antenna.
Yes.
Yeah, that was an awesome video.
Very carefully welded because you know how aluminum.
That took some time to put.
Yeah,
that
that's
together.
like near impossible. So that
I
was
might
made
have,
with
12
labor of love.
centimeters. But
So-
between that, you had him. You had Kyle's Willett antenna with his, 19-inch line that he hooked up to everything. That was the secret. Shh! Don't tell nobody.
Right. And if you didn't get it, it was going over people. And again, but I can see what Kyle's saying. There is some people who just sometimes I don't know where their humor is. Maybe they don't have it. And,
That's the thing.
you know,
It's a serious business all the time.
and that's sad. I feel
Yeah.
bad for those people. But guess what though? We
Yeah,
get
Wild Hogs and Ham with his tree. Yeah, Rob tuned up a tree.
Yep.
Yep. Rob tuned up a tree.
There
Let's see.
is military
somebody on the-
documentation on the tree.
There's somebody on stream now that tuned up a fishing sign.
I made some good contacts on that fishing side too, brother.
Yeah.
I got freaking Arizona on that.
Wow.
I was like,
You could feel the surprise in Good Games experiencing that.
I was like, oh, I'm gonna be lucky to hit, those big stations in Kentucky that always get you on pod activations. All of a sudden, it's Arizona. So I was like, ah.
Good game. Did you ever?
Sir,
Did
are
you-
you trying to find your car? Excuse me, sir. Are you trying to find your car? Sir, I am the valet boy. We parked your car in B5 long-term parking.
No, it's 22 right is where you parked it. 22 right.
I'm on the fourth level of the third parking garage from the right.
Oh,
You're really gonna have a hard time finding your car because you got there on an Uber.
Yeah.
Yep. And John did it. John did a damn piece of string. It's fun. That's part of the fun that we like to have is what can we make into an antenna, or hey, what can we do with this? Like what kind of sciencey things can we do with this? And
Well, Mike did 2 pieces of solder.
Yes.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah,
He should have.
I was.
He should have kept operating until he
I know, right?
melted the solder.
melted
right?
the solder. That's what I was expecting. Yeah.
I was actually going to try to tune up the actual outhouse that's in my thumbnail. The little porta potty, but there was nothing. There was nothing metal on it to hook to. Those things are all plastic now. There's like the little door handle's the only piece of metal on it.
You
don't
should
have-
email Kyle.
And my wife told me she wouldn't film me if I was sitting on the can doing it. So
If you hit the handle and the plunger and it goes up, that's that makes you going from.
it's a porta potty, buddy. It's just a hole. There's no plunger.
You don't have.
It's the porta potty, and she had a hard enough time filming when I showered with the radio. So
yeah.
It's kind of
That was another great episode.
oh my God,
yeah, it got a little awkward when the Padawans found that
You were
It's like,
testing
hey,
the
we-
water. You were testing
They're
the
like,
rating on
we,
it.
we found your YouTube channel. I was like, oh,
Hi.
they're like,
Yeah.
I like this
Hi.
one. I was like,
Hi. This is the board. This is the Board of Education calling.
It's
Hey,
it's
guys,
kind
I'd
of
like
funny
to-
because the whole idea behind like obviously there's things that are fooling around like Fruit Loops or whatever it is, but there's a level of pushing the boundaries with having these type like this. The whole idea of like Will and Antenna is like a gateway to experimenting, right? Like yeah, obviously there's things that are foolish, but at the end of the day, pushing the limits, because how many times do people say that doesn't work? That's not feasible. It doesn't work. And then meanwhile, when you push through it, you make a breakthrough and you have something new. You push the limits and the boundaries. And that's really the goal, in my opinion, of doing what we do, is to expand our knowledge and actually invent things and create things and come up with new ideas.
Yeah.
And so like if we were always limited by people like that, that's not feasible, you can't do that, where would we be today? Because like in 1800, what the hell did they think? That's not feasible. That's not possible. So, and Ariel, what is possible is muting you. So please be quiet. He shows up again. A-Rod shows up again.
Can you two please keep that in Discord? Stop bringing it on the live stream. Seriously.
Yeah,
guys-
the other-
Yeah, I was gonna say you guys started talking ham radios. I got to get going because I don't talk radios. No, realistically, though,
Seriously, how
you gotta
much
get
longer
yourself
y'all
ready
gonna
for
be on?
tomorrow's
I'll switch
show.
to my computer.
I really do have to get
No,
going.
it,
though.
we're,
Thank
we're
you guys
getting
much.
ready to call it.
Dude,
but
thank you
All
very
right.
much.
Yeah.
Dude. We appreciate it.
You guys have a good night. Thank you.
yeah, you too.
Right.
I
Good
got
night,
a jet
dude.
too because I told my wife I'd be about an hour, 2 hours and 15 minutes ago.
We're on fire department time. You know that.
So yeah, we're not even going there, brother. Because that tone dropped at like 4:30. So
Gotcha.
Steve,
All right,
Just
appreciate
say
it,
something in the
man.
wrong mile marker, and you didn't make it in time.
and that Life 360 gives me away every time. So
Steve, thanks for everything you do, man.
Steve,
thank
you.
y'all, and thank y'all for supporting
Thank
the
you.
Padawans tonight.
See you
So-
later,
Always.
neighbor.
Have a good
Take
night.
care.
Always, man.
Yep.
Good night, guys.
All right, I'm getting out of here too, guys.